In this video, we're going to have a quick look at the most common bunkers to see what FaceBunch have patched. This is not a tutorial on how to build them, so for that I've left links for each one in the description. But before we get onto that, let's have a look at what else they've done. The armoured door has now been increased to 1000 HP, meaning it takes 5 rockets to destroy. Roofs are now floppy, meaning they're much easier to place. And now compound walls are rotating. I'm not really sure why this is useful. And they've also introduced a building block, so when they're destroyed, you can't replace them straight away. They've also fixed the issue where building pieces were attached to a half-height floor when there's no actual socket there. And this here is my least favourite part of the update. It used to be that when a floor is attached at half height to a soft side, it would convert it to a hard side, but now that is no longer the case. Great for eco-raiders, bad for builders. Now for the bunkers. First we have the triangle roof chute bunker. As you can see, the triangle roof is no longer placeable on the twig frame. It has become a phantom socket. I don't believe that FaceBunch did this on purpose, but we all know this was a bad bunker anyway. Now we have the conditional roof bunker. This works with basically the same mechanism. And as you can see, roof is no longer replaceable. If you're wondering how I built these in the first place, you can actually place the roof before the left-hand wall. But obviously in a real base, you can't do that. Now you might want to replace that bunker with this one, the roof foundation bunker. Simply attach the roof to the wood foundation. The foundation must be wood because if it's twig, you can see it from outside the base and shoot it out. The problem with this bunker is it requires a raised foundation in front of the roof, which can be quite vulnerable to soft siding, so you must seal it in with half walls like so, making this bunker a bit expensive. Since the update, I've noticed people trying to build this bunker, the inverse cross roof bunker. On first appearances, it seems like a really good concept, as you only need to place a twig low wall to seal it, and remove the twig to unseal. But this imposes a massive problem with this bunker. Yep, that's right, firing one singular incendiary rocket right in the corner can destroy the twig. This also happens if you make it out of wood. Next we have the pixel gap bunker, which works perfectly well. It is possible to destroy the boxes underneath with instant ammo, but that's only if you manage to find the bunker. Next we have the God bunker, or roofless offset as I like to call it, which again works perfectly fine. And the vending machine bunker, which also still works fine. Next we have the classic offset bunker. So many people told me this is going to get patched on the update. As you can see, it still works great. Next we have the multi-TC roof bunker, a firm favourite of mine and my viewers, as you know. As you can see, it still works great, and it's really nice that we can now rotate the roofs as they're easier to open. Now we have the terrain roof bunker. This is a nice alternative to add to the front of your base when you log off. The twig that holds up the roof is not destroyable from outside the base, and now you can see that the two roofs join together, closing off the entrance. There are no soft sides in this bunker, which is really nice, but if you're making it HQM, it can be quite expensive to close. Next we have the double stairs bunker, which is a bit of a strange one. To open it, just place a half wall and a twig triangle frame through it. You need a ladder hatch or a ladder to get up through this one. And to seal it again, just remove the twig. I don't really like this bunker as some parts of it have to be metal to make it work, and the stairs themselves are soft-sidable. To be honest, you might as well use this really old stability bunker, which still works great, but the foundations are soft-sidable, so I highly recommend covering them with half walls. Now I'd like to mention a couple of things I'd like to see fixed in the next update. These are things that should have been fixed a long time ago. For example, you can't place a foundation next to a roof. Why? I have no idea. Another one is that you're not able to build walls behind raised ramps. This is not a problem if you build the wall before the ramp, but if the wall gets destroyed in a raid, then you can't replace it. Lastly, I'd like to mention this save file on Sanctuary made by Rodent. If you're struggling to find a bunker suitable for your base, go take a look at it. I'm sure you'll find something suitable there. Also let me know in the comments what changes you'd like to see in building in Rust. All the best. Cheers.